games they need to show. Like I want to see what Machine Games is up to. That's my big one.
Oh yeah, that Wolfenstein 2 or whatever.
Because you know I love my Wolfenstein in the order.
Yeah.
Still, probably the best shooter campaign on PlayStation 4. A first-person shooter campaign.
Very specific title, but okay.
Yeah, story-driven first-person shooter campaign. First person.
Very specific.
I mean, that's saying something. I mean, like, there's a lot of campaigns on PlayStation 4. First-person shooter campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
I like, well, I mean, when you kind of combine Old Blood and The New Order. So,
yeah.
Makes for a very long game. And you played it like that. Where it was like, oh, you played Old Blood first, and then The New Order. And The New Order is very long, and so is Old Blood. So it was a long campaign.
Mm-hmm.
God, I just love that game. Just because I already platinumed both of them. So I want another Wolfenstein game already.
Already, I want another one.
Well, I mean, it's already been a year since Old Blood came out. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
It's already been a year. So
but, I mean, even if they announce it probably won't be till another year before it comes out. It could be like next summer.
Yeah, I only expect it to be like the next day after it's announced. But it's
stealth release Wolfenstein 2 now on PSN.
Oh, you know I would drop everything and play that.
Oh yeah, I gotta go download 50 gigs.
Oh, that's wrong. Well, I mean, technically, you would just need to download a few to play like the first 5 minutes.
I guess. Yeah. That's gonna be a big thing this week. If you're buying games this week, it's gonna be tough on your hard drive because Uncharted 4 takes up 50 gigs and Doom takes up 50 gigs.
God, yeah, that's why I'm like kind of clearing up stuff. So like I'm kind of like eerie on like what to delete right now.
It's 100 gigs right there. You need room for if you want to play both of those games.
Did you say the Fallout expansion release date?
I was getting to that. That was my next
thing. I cut you off.
But yeah, that was my next thing though. Yeah, that was the next thing. Bethesda release dates. Bethesda announced that Fallout 4's Far Harbor DLC is coming May 19th, so that's actually really soon.
Yeah.
So,
Bethesda's biggest expansion ever.
Mm-hmm. And if you have the season pass, obviously you get it for, I don't want to say free because you paid for it, but you get access.
I mean, you get it.
You get it. But if you don't have the season pass, it will cost you $25.
Wow.
Standalone.
Quite a hefty expansion.
Yeah. And that makes me feel good because I only paid $30 for my season pass because I already got it before the price jumped. So basically, I paid for this one and the little trapper thing they did last month, and then everything else is free.
Curious, like on my activity on my friends list of probably the day it comes out, if I'll have a spike in Fallout 4 numbers again. Spike in Fallout 4. I haven't really seen many people play Fallout 4 anymore.
No, I was playing it when the Automatron DLC came out. Yeah, I played it again once Automatron came out, and I haven't gone back and played it since the Trapper thing came out. Well, I don't know, because I got a lot more time now that my classes are over. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to a lot of these games, because I still have to... God, what do I have to do? I still got to go finish Lego Marvel Heroes. I want to get that platinum. Not Marvel Heroes, Lego Avengers.
Oh, Lego Avengers.
Gotta be specific. Gotta play Lego. I gotta finish Lego Avengers. I'm almost there. I'm almost at platinum. Uncharted 4 is obviously coming out next week. I gotta make time for that. I still gotta go back and play some other games, and play, finish.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear? You weren't on that week, but did you listen to the episode? I was talking to Emmett about how I actually bought Shadow of Mordor, but I haven't even put it in my system yet.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I listened to that.
Yeah. I
listened to the show.
I know, but I don't know if you remembered that little detail. But yeah, I bought Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year edition because it was on sale for like $15, but I haven't even put it in my system yet.
That does not make me happy.
Because I want to get to
Shadow of Mordor. Basically, Shadow of Mordor has to be like your priority. Forget this Fallout expansion. You need to play.
I didn't even say the Fallout expansion yet.
You need to play what is arguably the best game to come out in 2014, like right now.
Very arguably, because I'll tell you no.
Shadow of Mordor.
But yeah, so I gotta play that. I gotta play Uncharted 4. I gotta finish Lego Avengers. I don't know if I'm getting Doom. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know yet.
I'm not gonna get Doom. No.
You're not getting Doom right away?
Not right away.
Yeah, I mean, well, you get it eventually, just not right away.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's not like, oh, no, dude. No, it's just like, I mean, am I like totally like, oh my god? I mean, in a way, yes. I mean, it's exciting that Doom is returning, and it's on PlayStation 4. It looks neat, and I'm excited about it. But, I mean, I'm not like totally just up in arms. Like I totally got to get it, especially Uncharted 4, because that week that I'll be gone, it's just like I got to get Uncharted 4 first, and then everything else I'm just playing right now, which is like kind of small stuff, like kind of just like kid games, really, just kind of just like relaxing, nothing too stressful. And then like once I come back from my trip, I'll probably be digging into Fallout 4 more, maybe play some Just Cause 3. And then try and Platinum Heavy Rain. That Platinum's just kind of just irritating. It's that game. As much as I love it, because I want to get to Beyond Two Souls, but I don't know if I could download Beyond Two Souls because I need room for Uncharted 4.
Yeah, man, just upgrade your hard drive while you can.
I know.
That's what I did.
It's just it's difficult.
It's not difficult. It's just you gotta take the time to do it. So yeah, that stuff. And then what else is coming out? Then what is it? Overwatch comes out at the end of the month, which, like I've already said, I'm getting because of the Taco Bell promo.
The
Taco Bell promo, I'm getting Overwatch at the end of the month, so I'm gonna try to put some time in that. Which the open beta started today, which I did download, so I'll hopefully be checking that out this weekend.
And also, I guess, shout out to 2K Games for releasing Battleborn this week.
Oh yeah, Battleborn. No one of my friends has played it.
One friend on my list has played it.
I have none so far. But I have 3 people playing the Overwatch beta right now. So there is interest in Overwatch on my friends list.
Oh yeah, there is.
Battleborn, not so much.
I mean, I'm trying to see on the dust to settle on Battleborn what people really think about it, because, like, it's the final game. I mean, it'll get constantly updated, I assume. It's just that right now I just don't know where people are.
Yeah, it's just
with that game yet.
I think the biggest problem was that, like, this game was supposed to come out like in February, and then they delayed it to May. And I mean, yeah, they probably needed to just to do revisions because you don't want to, put out a broken game.
Yeah, it's like online.
But the problem is they're putting it out in May, the same as Overwatch, a game that everyone's pretty much getting confused. They like these two games. These two games are just too similar to where they're just not. They're conflicting.
I get confused by them, honestly.
And I mean,
like, I know they're two separate entities from two completely different developers, but
I know, but like,
I get confused.
But like, what they're trying to be is similar, and the way they're kind of marketed is similar.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really weird. And Blizzard's always going to get that edge because they're Blizzard.
It's from Activision.
Yeah. So
sorry, 2K. As much as you have power too, you have that power too, but at the same time, not that kind of power.
Yeah, because I mean, it just kind of sucks. Like every time 2K talks about Battleborn, like they're so passionate about it, but like every comment section just says, "Oh, should have been Borderlands 3."
Well, look, I mean, I'm like one of those people too, but it's not just to say that you can't do anything different or just anything like that. It's just like it's just. The wait has been so long for Borderlands 3 at this point, and that it's even going to be longer because the game's just barely getting off the ground. So it's just.
But I mean, the pre-sequel came out, and that was weird.
Yeah, the pre-sequel, and
then
the collection. It's feeding people's appetite. I mean, hell, I haven't even completed the collection, so it's like I can't really say much on my end. But people that play Borderlands have finished pre-sequel and all that stuff, and all the expansions. They want. And Tales, which no, not joking. Like, you actually really need to play. Every Borderlands fan does need to play it.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it does have pivotal things in the story, in the lore of Borderlands that it's actually important, and it'll actually make you care about the story more now, because it certainly has for me. But aside from that, no, it's just that I just think this gap of sequels is just very long, and I'm sure I'll benefit in the long run because I'm sure Borderlands 3 is going to sell like crazy once that's the thing. And I know it takes time because I'm sure Borderlands 3 is probably going to be a very like my envision of Borderlands 3 is going to be. It'll still keep at the core of Borderlands, but I feel like it's going to be a very different game than 1 and 2, which it's not bad. I mean, it's not like it's going to be completely over its head, but I feel like it's going to be different. Very different.
Is it going to be like an MMO-ish thing?
I mean, I at least see the like dividing areas thing gone. I see like a whole open world instead. Like I don't see that like where I'm sure they want to eliminate the loading times.
Yeah, but I mean, like, do you think it's going to be something like Division or something where like, yeah, you can have your group party, but like as you're playing, there's other players in the world?
That's a tricky one, right? Because like it's very tempting to do something like that, really to advance the series forward into like something new. But at the same time, it's difficult to know because Borderlands has been like so content so far, at least like in the previous generation of consoles, to stick with the 4 players. Yeah, and I just it's tricky to know because with mission design and stuff like that, and I know like you have games that have like Division, Destiny, I should say, or even Destiny that have missions that are centered around you being with other people and other groups of party members. So that's difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, because I mean this is just something. I mean, this is just something this generation kind of leans towards. These like MMO, like not full blown MMOs, but they're MMO style games. Yeah. And I don't know if you ever finished the pre-sequel, but at the end of the pre-sequel, they do kind of hint at that, at like being an MMO, because they kind of like stress like, oh, more Vault Hunters,
Right.
So it kind of hints at that. And then obviously what we're seeing with Battleborn's a thing where they're like, oh, look at Battleborn, there's 25 playable characters. So, I mean, God, can you imagine if like Borderlands 3 had like 25 different characters?
The trophy list for that would be insane.
The trophy lists are insane for Battleborn. You have to like beat the challenges with each character and play through the missions with each character, and it's like, oh. But I mean, but again, like if Borderlands 3 did have something crazy like 25 different characters to pick from, like that would still play into that MMO thing, because like obviously if you're gonna have 120 people on the map or whatever at any given moment, you're going to want to have more than 4 people, 4 different types,
Yeah.
Just to give it diversity.
Or just something that I just think or just something completely new entirely. I mean, just considering that this game has been kind of brewing for so long, and just maybe just something new, just kind of like how the original Borderlands was. Well, I mean, granted, a 4-player co-op kind of like shooter loot-based game wasn't anything relatively new when it was introduced, but it had a different edge to it.
Yeah, unique spin.
And that's what. Yeah, unique spin to it. And I kind of expect the same for Borderlands 3 at this point. And that's actually a really tall order, and it's something that you can't really replicate too much. So I expect something like that. I really do, because it's the first true Borderlands game on PlayStation 4. And I expect it to look gorgeous. Like, I expect the graphics to be a huge jump from what we already see in the pre-sequel and Borderlands 2 on PS4. So I mean, it'll still keep its original style, but I expect a pretty big jump there, especially if it'll run on the new Unreal Engine. So that would be pretty big, and yeah, it's exciting. I'm actually kind of excited that I don't really know much of it yet, because just the possibilities of what it could be, because I'm sure Gearbox is just thinking as many things as I am.
Oh yeah,
on like what this game can be.
I mean, yeah, it's like you said, they just recently kind of confirmed that it is in development, and it's kind of early in development, because they're so focused on Battleborn. That's what they've been focused on for the past while. And I mean,
I feel bad, of course, that it hasn't, but it's just like it's just not gonna. Battleborn's not gonna take off. It's gonna flop. No, it's gonna. And I understand. Yeah, of course you gotta get passionate about your game for it to sell to people and whatnot, but this game's gonna flop. It's not gonna sell. If it were to come out like you said in February, but it couldn't come out due to the circumstances, then it would have done better. But it's out now, and it's just like it's not doing it for anyone. Just like anywhere on just anything, you have YouTube videos that you see people just talk about the game, and it's just not doing it.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate, and I at least applaud 2K and Gearbox for doing something different. So I won't criticize them for that. But at the same time, I'm just like, this really isn't what people wanted, clearly. So it's just it's really, and then Battleborn. Just I've already said time and time again that the name Battleborn is awful. I've hated that title, and it's clearly not resonating with anyone really. So I don't know. Maybe it could grow later on, or maybe if the game receives a massive discount early. I don't know, but we'll see. If anyone has played Battleborn, reach out to me. I really would like to know how it is, because definitely nobody's uploading videos about it on YouTube.
Oh yeah, in like a couple months they just gut it and it becomes like free to play.
No. I mean, I doubt that, but I mean, it's always that.
Oh yeah, you buy the starter pack, comes with 5 characters, and you can like buy the other 20 characters, and then.
And you know how much I like my free things. free. Yeah. So, I don't know. And we talked about free packs. Oh. But speaking that's a little Borderlands.
Oh,
what else is free? What else is free?
Well, no, because I thought, okay, because we're done with Borderlands. I don't know if you had anything more to throw.
Yeah, we're done with our Borderlands.
Okay.
No more Borderlands. We don't have any free other than it's reaffirmed that it's in development.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to cut you off because, speaking of free things, we need to go over the PlayStation Plus free games as we always do, because they're currently available starting this past Tuesday.
Yeah.
So let's go over those real quick. And there's a point I want to make after I'm done reading these.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's currently available, starting right now, starting this past Tuesday, you can go get it right now. On PS4, the 2 free games is Tabletop Racing World Tour. And,
Tabletop Racing.
Mm-hmm, and also on PS4 is Tropico 5.
Tropico 5.
Yeah, really interested in this game. I haven't redeemed and downloaded it yet, but I'm interested in this game because you know me, I love Civilization, and this is like similar to that. Yeah, so this is similar to that, so I definitely want to check that out. I'm interested in that. On PS3, they're getting Bionic Commando Rearm 2. Apparently that one was not as good as the first one. I think that's what the reviews were basically saying for that game.
Oh, the second one? No. Yeah. I mean, I played the second one. I like the first one so much. Doesn't have trophies though.
Yeah. Also on PS3, getting Loco Roco. However you say the subtitle.
Chiroko.
There you go. Yeah.
Really scraping the bottom of the barrel for PS3. Just like that game is so old.
Yeah, Loco Roco. Oh man, I gotta bring. Why? Well, we can say this for every Vita game, but why haven't we got a Loco Roco on Vita?
I mean, it's a PSP game that can be backwards compatible with the Vita.
I guess, but like, I mean, yeah, we can say this for every franchise ever, but like, why isn't Loco Roco on the Vita? Like a new one.
That would be nice, or like one on PS4.
Like, Loco Roco is great, but like, it's one of those things where like, I don't think it takes that much resources to make a Loco Roco game, right?
Well, I mean, Loco Roco was from the Japan studio.
Yeah. But anyway, the PS3 one's free with PlayStation Plus, and on Vita, well, actually, this is Vita and PS4 games. Switch Galaxy Ultra is available. And then also on Vita is a PSP game that is compatible with Vita, and that is God of War Ghost of Sparta.
Oh.
So, that's neat.
Yeah, so it's a PS3 version.
Yeah.
But, okay.
Trophies and stuff. So, I mean, this is okay. I mean, like I said, I'm interested with Tropico 5. I always want to check out that game, so that's neat. And then, like I said, I don't really redeem the PS3 games anymore. And then Vita, I already have Ghost of Sparta, and I'm not really sure what Switch Galaxy Ultra is. Now, the problem with this is they announced this slate of games, but about a week or so before the PlayStation Plus games got announced, there was like a leaked thing of like rumored games for PlayStation Plus.
Oh.
Did you see this? So
no.
There was a rumored leak thing that came out that basically showed that Watch Dogs was going to be free for PS4 this month, and Tetris Ultimate was going to be free for PS4 this month.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, and that didn't happen.
So, it makes me laugh. Like, if Watch Dogs was all of a sudden now be a free PlayStation Plus game, now would people be happy and stop complaining about like not getting any like real games on PlayStation
exactly.
Plus?
Like that was the thing. Like,
yes, but it doesn't matter because like Watch Dogs has sold so much already, so it's like those people complaining probably already have it or like maybe have played it.
I know. But well, one, I was really excited for Tetris, but we didn't get Tetris. I really wanted Tetris, but. Yeah, with Watch Dogs, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, that's what I was going to say was, like, yes, I already have Watch Dogs. You already have Watch Dogs. We both played it. A lot of people have played it because it sold really well.
The people that are complaining about it, like, would already have it. Like, who say, like, oh, PlayStation Plus has, like, no real games.
But it's still a AAA game. So it's still Sony going, hey, look, here's a AAA game for your PS4. You know?
Yeah.
It's something because I mean, like I said, we talked about this before. The only other like AAA retail thing they put out was like Injustice. You know, and it's like And even that was like a remaster, basically.
Well, and then that was to compensate sales because the sales were really poor for Injustice.
The sales were really low for Injustice on PS4. Oh boy!
I'm sorry.
They were like it was ridiculous. Like I would sit there and look at I had that game, and then when I would like scroll down, like the likes were like less than 1,000 on it, like those little likes, you know. Yeah, it was
because it already had its hype like on PS3.
Yeah,
like it sold a lot on PS3 and Xbox 360.
Yeah, but I still got it on my PS4, and then I sold it once it came free. So it's like, I got a digital copy. I can go sell my physical copy now.
And Injustice is on Vita too, right?
Yes, Injustice is on Vita.
Oh wow, it's on the Vita.
Yes. Yeah.
Can I get that Vita?
I get that Vita action, but yeah, I mean, like I said, what the thing with Watch Dogs, I mean, is just to show, like, look, here's a AAA thing. Now, could Watch Dogs be free later? Possibly, especially if Ubisoft does announce Watch Dogs 2 soon. That could be like a promotional thing. Be like, oh, look, Watch Dogs 2 has been announced. Go check out Watch Dogs 1 free on PlayStation Plus if you haven't played it.
If you're so inclined.
Yeah. Go check it out. Don't mess around. It's free.
I suppose. Yeah.
But I don't know, because that was just a thing. Like when I saw the leak thing, I was like, oh yeah, look, a AAA game. And then when we finally got it, I was just like, oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh, let's see what else we got. What is the big topic?
I don't know if you're having trouble looking for one. I believe our buddy Rich here has probably one.
Yes, what does he have?
He's wondering. He states here, update on Guns Up and Drawn to Death.
Okay, so
something that hasn't really been updated from Sony in a while.
So he's asking us, what's the update?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
any updates on Guns Up or Drawn to Death?
Okay, Guns Up.
Basically, the free to play ones.
So Guns Up is available now, right? I think that one's available. Like, you can go download that right now. It's just, it wasn't promoted or anything, but it's there. Like, it exists. You can go download it right now and play it. Like, it's there. Drawn to Death is like a weird anomaly. So let me explain what's going down with Drawn to Death, because I have it.
Wait, you have the game?
I have Drawn to Death, yeah.
Like, you can play it.
I'm playing it. Yeah, I can play it and earn trophies and everything.
Oh, okay.
So let me explain.
What's going on with Drawn to Death?
Yeah, let me explain what's going on with Drawn to Death. I have no idea what the hell's going on with this game. So let me explain to the best I can. So Sony announced this game a while back at one of their PlayStation events, PlayStation Experience.
Was it PlayStation Experience?
Yeah, I think it was PlayStation Experience. They announced it. And they said, this is Drawn to Death, David Jaffe's new game from his new studio and all that, whatever. And they said, oh, we're going to release this game later. It's going to be free to play and all that. And after they announced the game, they said, go online, sign up to be a part of the beta. All right. So they did a beta for it. A little while later, I think they did another beta. And the game, like, Sony doesn't talk about the game. Like, they don't constantly post updates for it or anything. And there hasn't been any real news about it. But yet the other day, David Jaffe's company or whatever posted out these codes online. They said, here is an early access code to the game. And I'm like, so what is it, a beta? Like, what is it? So, but I got my code. I typed it in, Drawn to Death popped up, and I downloaded and I played it. And it's there, and I can earn trophies. It's there. They said, it's weird, you can play and you can earn trophies, but they kind of stress this is not the full public version of it, but everything you do in this will carry over to the public version when it's available. And then, but yet microtransactions are still there. You can spend money on it, but then they're like, well, if you spend money, though, we will reimburse you that money with, I don't know if they're going to reimburse you with real money, or they're just going to, double whatever you've bought, you know? If you buy 1,000 whatever points, they'll give you another 1,000 points when the full public version of it comes out. It's really weird. I don't know what's up with this. I'm playing it and I'm like, oh, this is cool, and I'm just waiting and it gets updates and the thing gets updates and I can earn trophies and I don't know. It's just weird.
Now, here's what kind of stands up I'll just say Drawn to Death. It's just that even though I haven't played Drawn to Death, but it's just outside observation of Drawn to Death. The game is so unique and so imaginative and just so different. And I just think it's such a shame that Sony hasn't even promoted this game at all.
Yeah, because it's not publicly available. It's still not publicly available. It was just this open thing they put codes out for like a couple months ago, and then I got one, and then I have it, and I don't know.
Because the shame is because I don't even feel like it's David Jaffe's fault or like any of his team's fault. I feel like it's Sony's fault. Like the way they're like going about this game is just like so wrong. And I just think this game deserves its like justice. I mean, it's on PS4 only, and even if its mechanics are not very like original or like all that like new, like everything else surrounding it is like so different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's just such a shame that's not like getting like a proper treatment. Like because Sony, I think this game is actually bigger than Sony makes it out to be.
Yeah, because I mean, like I said, I've played it, and like you said, the art style is amazing. Like just everything about that's amazing.
It's so different.
So different. It's so neat.
Imaginative.
Mm-hmm, and just everything.
Probably one of the more unique and imaginative games in a long time. Like something completely different.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, the gameplay itself is about what you expect. Yeah, I mean, it's a third-person arena shooter. And I mean, it's all well. The mechanics work well enough. It's just
exactly.
It's just the art style, kind of like what's really drawing you in. Drawing you in.
Oh jeez.
That was not pun not intended on that one. But the art style is really great and the sense of humor is great. I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're just working on more content for it at launch, because there's only like, I think in the current version I have, there's only 3 characters right now. Maybe 4. I don't know the exact character count, and there's only like 2 maps. So I don't know if they're just working on more content for like the public launch. But like I said, trophies are there. I can earn trophies. The trophy list is there, and the trophies are amazing. Like, they're not like the titles are like entire like sentences, and then like as you're reading the trophy list, it's a story.
Oh.
Which is awesome. And
like a long description?
Yeah, like, well, no, like the actual title of the trophy. Not the description, the title. Like like when you earn a trophy, it scrolls basically at the top of your screen.
Lord.
It's like a whole sentence, and then as you're reading the trophy, each sentence follows each other, so it tells a story. It's just awesome. I love the sense of humor in it. And then like, I don't know, like maybe they're waiting for like VR support, because like the opening of the game like looks like it'd be VR. Because the opening of the game, like the opening like main menu, the main menu is a live action first person scene. Like it opens up
kind of like a Need for Speed.
Yeah. It's the opening scene's live action first person, and you're in first person view in a live action classroom, and you can actually turn your head, like you can like move them, like turn his direction, so you can like look around the room, and then your teacher just talking and talking and talking. You just keep listening to him, and then like isn't until you actually like press down and look down at your paper that you see like the main menu, and then you like press start, and then he just starts writing on the thing, and it starts the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, that part can be in VR, but I just don't know if the rest of the game can work in VR.
Probably not.
Just be like, oh, put on your VR headset to start the game. Okay, take it off. We don't use this.
It's like, what?
Yeah, it's like, what? It's a lot of work. But I don't know, man. Like you said, it's just such a unique game that's just not getting enough attention, and it's weird the way they're handling it. Like I said, some people have it, like I have it, I have an early version of it, and I don't know when they ever plan to make it public. They don't talk about it. There's just nothing for this.
It's David Jaffe yet again getting burned by Sony.
David Jaffe, man, he just he should have just never walked away from God of War, man. Just
I feel bad.
That's the one thing he made that's still like going strong is God of War.
Why did he leave? Like, why did he just make the first one and just left?
I don't know. I guess
like he just made it. And he was all like, "I'm done."
Yeah, basically, like, success. I don't want that. Walked away.
But I mean, did they see that God of War was going to be a series?
I don't know if they expected God of War to be as big as it is, though. I think
really back then, like, I don't because I don't remember because like PS2 days I didn't play I didn't play those mature games, so like I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't play God of War till later either. But like when you play God of War 1, like it feels like a conclusive thing. Like when you get
I didn't really expect it to blow up.
Yeah, so like at the end of God of War, it's pretty much done. Like Kratos doesn't die, and he just sits on the throne. Like, yes, I am the new God of War, and it wraps up and ties with the title, God of War. So it felt like a one and done story, you know. And then obviously it is not, because we got many sequels. But
I mean, it's kind of like with all the first games in a Sony franchise. It's kind of like, didn't kind of see where it goes.
Unlike a certain other one.
The Last of Us?
No. A certain other one that wasn't trying to be a self-contained story.
The Order?
Yeah.
But, that where it doesn't earn it.
Yeah. But anyway, God of War.
I try to forget that, but you had to remind me of it again.
Well, I mean, you got to know your lessons. But yeah, I mean, God of War felt like a self-contained story. So it was just one of those things where after the first game, he probably just felt like he was done with the story he wanted to tell, and just like, all right, and he walked away and then started doing, I don't know, Calling All Cars. I think was his follow-up to God of War. I don't know.
That was a good game, though.
Yeah, Calling All Cars was a good game.
Don't laugh at that game.
I didn't laugh at it. I played it. I liked the game too. It was one of the first free games they gave out with Core, the predecessor to PlayStation Plus.
Even though it's online, it's gone.
Yeah, it's online. It's gone.
Let's make a Calling All Cars remastered.
Calling All Cars remastered. Give Davey Jaffe about $10. $10 and a sandwich. He needs to eat.
Okay, that's messed up.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. The dude has more money than I do, so it's okay.
Oh, as long as he has more money than you do, okay. It's true. By that logic, thank goodness this man on the street has more money than I do.
No, I just mean like I'm making fun of him, like he's not successful, but yet he has more money than I do, so I'm not.
I mean, he was able to like start his own studio. So.
3 of them, in fact.
Hey, the first God of War sold a lot of copies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was his most successful thing, and he walked away from it. And he's made 3 different companies since then, and they all failed, and yet started a new one.
So I don't get it.
It's like, ugh.
Like, what if one day he just comes back to Santa Monica?
I'm heading God of War 4. Oh, you guys, back off.
That would be a huge get, like if God of War 4 was headed by David Jaffe.
Yeah.
That'd be huge. But that's not going to happen.
I think David Jaffe's like the one guy we talk about the most on this show. Like as a person. Because this is not the first time we've gone on this like little rant about him and his like career path.
David Jaffe, you think specifically?
No, like we've talked about this before. I know this is not the first time we talked about this.
See, I know. This is interesting because...
Yeah, I did my long...
Because another person similar to that is Cliff Wazinski, but like, I mean, he just made years and then just kind of just...
I had...
free to place, that's the way to go now when it's not. So,
because I'm kind of making fun of him, but I'm not like, I do like David Jaffe's games. Like I liked all the games he's made and I played them,
Twisted Metal,
Twisted Metal, God of War, Warhawk, War of the Monsters, all that stuff. I love all those games. And it's just that's what we're saying. We just feel bad because none of those games have been as successful as God of War. Twisted Metal was successful at one point, and Warhawk was successful at one point, but Starhawk was not successful at all.
No, it more than flopped.
Yeah, that's, and then of course my whole thing on Twisted Metal, but like I said,
looking back. We're doing a lot of looking back this episode.
Looking back. But yeah, like I said, I'm just like what I'm saying though. I like his games and I wish his games would be more successful. But no matter with all those failures, he's still more successful than I am. Is the point I'm trying to make. Despite the fact I'm kind of poking fun at it, he's still more successful than me with all those failures.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What else do we have?
But we'll see. All right.
What minute marker?
Huh?
What minute marker are we at? Are we already at it now?
We're at the 53-minute mark, so we have time to do another topic or so.
Yes.
Because we have the big topic we have to acknowledge this week.
The elephant in the room?
The elephant in the room, yes.
It's a pretty big elephant.
There's a big elephant, but we have to acknowledge it. So, Activision announced this week Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the new...
after all the leaks.
Yes, this year, yeah, after all those leaks, the new this year's new entry in the Call of Duty franchise is developed, of course, by Infinity Ward, and Infinite Warfare will take a full sci-fi approach, including, presumably aliens. They didn't actually show up close the enemies you're fighting,
I mean, they seem...
They show some kind of like soldier things, right? So there's like humans you fight.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were aliens.
Might be aliens. It'd be like a twist. You like pop over their helmet, and it's just like, oh, it's an alien.
Like Battleship.
Yes, like Battleship, exactly. Same equivalency. But yeah, so sci-fi base. It's like future thing. There's like alien ships. There's space combat. There's David Bowie music.
A very lame cover.
Yeah,
can't even get the original song.
Video games don't use original versions of songs. If you haven't realized that by now. Yeah, video games always use covers.
They use some really awful covers.
Yeah.
That I'm like, Harmonix, you can find better bands to cover these songs than whoever these guys are finding to cover these legendary songs.
Yeah, all these cover songs and game commercials, it's a trend. But Infinite Warfare, they announced it this week. They showed the trailer and everything. And they also announced the other big thing that was leaked. They said if you buy the Legacy Edition, it does come with a Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare remaster.
Now we have a question about Call of Duty 4 Remastered. This one comes from Iced Tequila. He or she asked, is COD 4 Remastered going to be released a month before Infinite Warfare?
No.
I think this person gets this person gets an assumption because supposedly an Xbox Live listing listed Call of Duty 4 Remastered sometime in October before Infinite Warfare.
No, that might have been a glitch because Activision.
So I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, well let me just because Activision's already clarified since then that at launch the only way to get Call of Duty Remastered is through buying Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition. There's no standalone. Yeah,
so it would make it strange. It would make it pretty strange if you were to get like COD 4 Remastered a month before.
No. They won't.
Even though it would make sense, but they want you to get Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, so no. They've already stressed that at launch the only way to get the remaster is to buy Infinite Warfare Legacy Edition. Now they haven't said whether it'll be released individually later. It probably will. Because they did something.
Take its time after.
Yeah, they did the same thing. Did they do the same thing with Call of Duty Classic? Wasn't it like only available with like the collector's edition of Call of Duty at one point, and then a few months later it was like for everyone to buy?
Yeah,
I think they did the same thing. So same thing with here, and then this Modern Warfare Remastered is a big deal, so they won't be able to buy it.
Oh my god!
So yeah, so that was the big thing, was the Call of Duty Modern Warfare thing. So you're the Call of Duty expert, so I'm going to ask you some questions about this. See how you feel about it.
Even though I'm one Call of Duty behind.
You're one Call of Duty behind, but for the most part, you're out of the two of us, you're the Call of Duty expert. So let me ask you some questions about this whole thing.
What we got about Call of Duty?
Okay, so they said that the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare Remaster will include the single-player campaign remastered and 10 maps. Is that enough maps? Because it doesn't come with all the maps.
You know, with all things considered, part of me wants, because there are 20 maps total, including the one DLC pack on Call of Duty 4. So to kind of answer your question without dodging your question, 10 maps, yeah, I feel like that's enough, and especially with which ones you want to cut out from Call of Duty 4. And they're really aiming for the fan favorite 10, because 10, 20, that's only 50% of all of the available maps in Call of Duty 4 that's ever been available. So for me, it's a little difficult to know which ones you pick. Definitely some that come off the top of the head for me, Crash, Backlot, Bog, and Crossfire. I really like that map. So, anyone that's played Call of Duty 4 definitely has their favorites. So hopefully just the ones that they announce later pleases fans. And I'm sure the ones that Raven and Infinity Ward are looking at definitely want to be ones that the fans want, because there are some like throwaway maps in Call of Duty 4 that weren't really necessary. So, I'd say about 4 maps, like Shipment, which is like a really like small, tiny free-for-all map, which I don't think will be plausible for this. Which other one? Shipment, And I kind of have my names all mixed up because there's so many Call of Duty maps. It's just hard to remember, and it's been so long. So yeah, 10 is enough.
Okay.
And especially for what they're going for, yeah, that's enough.
Okay, but should they and could they release the rest of the maps as DLC for your remaster?
I know, huh? That'd be very lucrative. That's a possibility. I mean, before, it's very rare that we have DLC for remasters, right? I mean, remasters are generally the definitive version of the game.
Well, I mean, the Halo collection kind of did that, where they added in
other
games.
I mean, who knows? It could be free.
Shit.
Oh my god. Wait, free in Activision? I'm not sure if that code. I don't know if you can say that in the same sentence.
No.
No, you can't. Yeah. So I might have to.
They will never give out any free DLC for Call of Duty ever. Not even a free skin pack for your gun. That will never be free.
Or like the COD point. Oh my gosh, that's the thing I fear about Call of Duty 4 multiplayer remastered. I hope it doesn't contain any of that COD point garbage. All that. I think
stuff. It's supposed to be the core. I think it's supposed to be the original core experience. Which brings me to one more question. I got one more question for you about the remaster, and then we're going to talk. We'll switch and talk more about Infinite Warfare itself. So this is a big question, and I might, like I said, I'm not a big Call of Duty. I'm not too big into Call of Duty, but I need to ask this.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Does Modern Warfare still hold up, or is it just the kind of like nostalgia of like it was the first game to change things?
No, I think Call of Duty for Modern Warfare, ever since it came out in 2007 and playing it on PlayStation 3, my first year owning a PS3, oh no, it changed things. And even now, like I can still go play it right now. It's just at a simpler time when Call of Duty was just, not so overblown with so many things, and just, it was at such a core experience, and like that team and Infinity Ward that was there at that time was such a legendary team and made so many iconic things in that game. I talk about like the maps, the way that they are. It's just, really the only other developer for Call of Duty right now that even comes close to having maps that are well designed like that is Treyarch. So no, I mean, I think Call of Duty 4 is still a game that even holds up almost nearly 10 years later, which is remarkable. Yeah. I mean, it's still listed as one of the best games ever made, and it has one of the best single-player campaigns ever made. I mean, mind you, this came out the same year as Halo 3 back in the day. So it was a big deal. And Mass Effect and so many other great games, in 2007, which was a really high point in gaming history. So, oh no, I think it's I mean, even in comparison to all the other Call of Duty games, this is still be a game that would hold up tremendously, which is remarkable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, that's my thing with Modern Warfare is that I don't have the nostalgia for it because I didn't really like. Here's the thing: like I had Call of Duty 3 with my PS3 for launch, and we played it. That was all right. And then I remember, when Call of Duty 4 came out. It was a big deal. Like, what is modern? It was a huge deal. Like, it's modern. Like that blew people's minds because Call of Duty was such like associated as a World War II franchise.
Now we want it back.
Yeah, now we want it back because now it's getting ridiculous. We're fighting fucking aliens now. It's like what the shit, It's like okay, well, anyway, Modern Warfare was a big deal because it was like, oh, it's modern. It's rated M, so it's darker than the other ones.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and like, yeah, it's just intense. Like, remember, like, part of it because like I was much younger at that time, but like it was like intense. Like really like the way the sound was and everything. Like it was just like a more intense shooter, and like some of the stuff that went on in that game, which I even hate to spoil for like anyone that hasn't played Call of Duty 4 campaign.
Somebody's waiting for that remaster to finally go and play it.
Well, I mean, who knows, right? I mean, that might be the case, but I mean, some of the stuff that happens like in that campaign is like at that time when I played it was like really intense, something that I had never experienced before, and just something just completely I want to say different. I mean, the whole idea of that Call of Duty campaign and the Call of Duty campaigns to move forward is that they were supposed to act as like summer blockbuster movies in a way. But I felt like Call of Duty 4's campaign wasn't the one to be like so overblown and like so like trying so hard to do that. Because like once you started getting into like Modern Warfare 2 and just Onward was just getting like crazy. Mm-hmm. So Call of Duty 4 was like the one to just keep it at its keep it level and keep it not too zany and crazy.
It was a modern story, but it was still about like basic warfare and fighting and stuff. It wasn't sci-fi.
Because Modern Warfare 2 got a little hammy with like some of its characters and like where the story was going and everything. I mean, I still like Modern Warfare 2, its campaign a lot, but because Modern Warfare 2 is just as a legendary game as Call of Duty 4, arguably, with some patchwork to be done with Modern Warfare 2, But God, I mean, just like, Call of Duty 4 is just, it's not even for the nostalgia alone, I think. Well, yes, part of it is, of course, because, for people that played it back in 07 or whenever. But
and
it'll be still a game that holds up tremendously well.
Yeah. Like I said, that was the same to my thing, too, with the game. Was it came out, it was this kind of big, different thing. And then the multiplayer, like, was completely new and different from what people played at the time. But that was the thing about Modern Warfare, was, like, when it came out, I was like, it got all these amazing reviews. Like, it was blowing people's minds how great this game was. And I was like, well, let me go check it out. So I went down to the video store, and rented it, because that was a thing back then. Mm-hmm. I went down to the video store and rented it.
Not the Redbox.
Not the Redbox. Redbox was not a thing yet. Well, supposedly it was. I think Redbox was around for 10 years. I'm like, well, where was it 10 years ago? Where was it 10 years ago? Was it like in one location? I don't know.
Maybe near like a hut.
Yeah, some kind of hut. I don't know. But anyway, I went down to the video store and rented Modern Warfare. Came home, played it, and then again, this was the beginning of the kind of within the first year or so of the PS3, like maybe a year after launch, this game came out, and me and my brother played it, and we were like, "Oh yeah, this is cool," but like the campaign was so short. Like you get like when you rent it from the video store, you get like a 5-day rental, and we finished the campaign on the second day.
Yeah, and because it's short. This campaign's short.
It was a short campaign. We're just like, oh, that's it. And like, we didn't even test the multiplayer because this is like we were saying, this was the beginning of the PS3 life cycle, so we weren't like really focused on like checking out multiplayer or anything.
Oh yeah, because that's how everyone was in the PS3, because like PS3 community was just like lacking because there's no headsets. Wait, Call of Duty 4 came out the same year as Warhawk, right? 2007.
Yeah, I think so.
So people were getting like those headsets around, maybe. So
maybe.
Like people didn't have headsets and whatnot. There was no party system, so it's just like all bad. It's just
So it was just we didn't really mess with multiplayer, and that was it. Like that was our Call of Duty 4 experience. Was that week we rented it, and that was it.
That was it.
That was it. We never went back and bought it or anything. That was it.
How many hours did I put into Call of Duty 4? Because there are no trophies. Well, this is a great, exciting thing, is that Call of 4, now we get a Call of Duty 4 with trophies now on PlayStation. Gosh, even including the Xbox version I played, maybe like 4 or 5 days total in Call of Duty, like the amount of hours, 4 or 5 days worth Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Or probably even more than that. Maybe like, because, God, Modern Warfare 2? No, actually, maybe like a week and a half worth of hours of Call of Duty 4. Yeah, probably. Nope. Because that's including multiplayer, and then the Xbox version I really got into, because like that was like when I got my Xbox Live and I was like playing Call of Duty 4. Yeah, because I was so desperate to have achievements in Call of Duty 4 that I just like I fully thousand pointed Call of Duty 4.
Nope. Like I said, those 2 days were pretty much all we spent with Call of Duty 4. We were just like, oh, that's it. But then a year later, World at War came out, and that was when Call of Duty was picking up steam, and it was this whole like. Because that was the thing, like, everyone was playing Modern Warfare, and not us, because we rented it and we were done with it after that. So that whole year between Modern Warfare and World at War, everyone was playing Call of Duty except for us. And we're just like, So when World at War came out, we were like, oh, well, no, let's get this, because, everyone's going to be playing it, because it's Call of Duty. World at War I have more nostalgia for, because I played that one a lot. Like, that was the one I've played more of than the other ones. Both the single player, the multiplayer, and, of course, the zombies. So I think possibly if they wanted to do remaster of that one would do really well too, because a lot of people love the classic zombies in that one, because the zombies in World of War, the zombies at World of War are basically kind of like Call of Duty, like you said, like kind of like we Call of Duty 4. It's basic, but it works. It's not over. It's not overdone. It's not too zany. It's just basic but fun. It's that kind of same thing with Modern Warfare Story, where it's basic but it's fun and still intense and all that. And it's not over the top. So I think, if they were to follow this up next year with a World at War remaster, that'd do really well, just for the sake of the zombies. So
But then, mind you, it is going to be Sledgehammer's turn next year, so I don't know if a World at War remaster is appropriate, depending what Sledgehammer makes. If it somehow is an Advanced Warfare 2, I'm going to block myself from saying that. If it is an
it could be Advanced Warfare 2. It could be Advanced Warfare 2, but like there's like flashbacks to like World War II stuff, and then that's why they include the World at War remaster.
Oh. No, we don't need that. I mean, that's what Black Ops 2 was, and I don't. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I just see if they want to be super lucrative, just do this year by year and just have Modern Warfare 2 remastered. So,
let's see.
I don't know. And then the time when Treyarch's turn again, they put World at War remastered.
I guess I could do that.
I mean, good lord! I mean, it just keeps on going. And, yep, I know the controversy surrounding that is pretty bad, but now what about Infinite Warfare?
Yeah, let's get to the game itself. So there's some other little details that have not leaked out, but like clarification from Activision, kind of like talking about details of it since the announcement. Details include, they said that the Infinite Warfare campaign will not have a co-op mode like Black Ops 3. They also said that Infinite Warfare will have a zombie mode. Because, every Call of Duty needs a zombie mode now.
Well, the thing is, this is like strange. Like, I'm going to like go over this. Like, Ghosts. Go back to Call of Duty Ghosts, a game that many people didn't like, but I appreciated the campaign and the extinction mode. But so what? That's just like abandoned. Like the whole like kind of like sub franchise they wanted to go with, or like start with Ghosts. Like it just didn't take off.
I guess, unless this is like
not going to happen. Like
this is like way in the future of Ghosts, where they rebuilt and then they went to the future. I don't know.
Like the story wasn't complete. Like it just not to like. I might probably the only advocate for that, but like the story wasn't complete. Like it ended on a cliffhanger. I don't.
Oh well, it's going to go in the hall of video games that have no ending.
Exactly right. So. I mean, that's really a testament to how much Ghost didn't take off then. Like, just the way... I mean, it sold less because, the start of the new generation. But, I mean, there were a variety of reasons. And on top of that, Ghost wasn't a very good game.
Yeah. And it's just... I mean, I know... I know the overall story isn't, like, the big deal in Call of Duty, but it is a little weird that we have all these, like, Warfare franchises different. It's like, you got
that's not even under unified in their own, like, universe, So it's like... So what? You're expecting me to believe Modern Warfare... Well, Modern Warfare 3... All three Modern Warfare games are all its own thing, obviously. That's a trilogy. Black Ops, all on its own.
And then
Ghosts...
Then all the World War II ones are in their own universe, because it's World War II.
Yeah, World War II. And then you're telling me that Ghosts and then you have Advanced Warfare are, like, separate? I'm just, like, a little confused by that. Even though Ghosts... was like in a post-apocalyptic kind of like setting, and then you had Advanced Warfare, which it was more further. It was like in the future.
Kind of the future. It's just this future thing, man. Like it just makes you wonder how much communication is it between these development teams to where they can like sit here and be like, oh well, all doing future stuff, because that was the thing. Like Modern Warfare was slowly building to that kind of like future tech. Like there's more and more like gadget stuff in it. And then... Well,
I mean, not even in, like, Modern Warfare 3. Remember, it all started with Black Ops 2.
Yeah, and Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops had more gadget stuff, and then...
that's what started it. No, Modern Warfare 3 didn't really even allude to futuristic stuff, really, at all.
Yeah.
Not really. Modern Warfare 3, no. It was Black Ops 2 that started it. And I remember that being so special when that first happened. Like, I remember seeing the screenshots, and I was like, oh my god, that's, like, something so cool and different. And now it's just like... Okay. I'm just kind of like,
and then
all right,
and then you're right. You're the Call of Duty expert, so you're right. Black Ops was kind of like pushing for that future thing, and then Advanced Warfare hit. Now it's just like straight up like it's the future. You're the Winter Soldier, and there's like mech suits and all that crazy stuff, and it was just like okay. And again, it's like everybody said, it's just the problem with Advanced Warfare. Like it's a good game, but the problem was it introduced the whole like jetpack movement thing. And it's one of those things where like you kind of can't go back on once it's there. Because
like Black Ops 3, you had something remote like that, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't exactly the same.
It wasn't exactly the same, but it was still kind of there because like it's similar. Yeah, because Because one of those things
where you had the sliding, and you had like the wall running.
Yeah, exactly. So when you introduce this new type of movement that players get used to, so much like in multiplayer and all that, that it's kind of like hard to kind of go back, you know. And it's kind of like Infinite Warfare. We haven't really seen it yet, but presumably there's some kind of jetpack movement thing in there.
Yeah, depending like what the gravity is going to be like. Well,
yeah, zero gravity.
Obviously, space. Like that's different.
There's space. There's zero gravity fights. So I mean, we'll see what it is and some kind of movement thing. And it's just one of those things where like it is really weird to see kind of this escalation of the franchise. You know, getting so deep into the sci-fi to where it's like because like
basically like Mass Effect level at this point.
Yeah, like it's just one of those things where like the franchise was so associated as this like historic World War II franchise, and now it's just like it's literally gone out into space.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, and then like I say, watching the trailer, it's like, oh, he gets into the spaceship, he flies around, then he goes into space and does a space battle. I'm like, why couldn't I get this shit in Battlefront?
Exactly.
Right. I'm like, God, Thor's Battlefront.
Like I said, like that awkward moment when Call of Duty gets space battles before before Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. Oh God.
Doesn't make any sense. Like if Infinity Ward could do it, then I didn't understand how DICE, out of all developers, couldn't do it. Something like that. Yeah, right? With that trailer when he's like going up with like no loading screen.
Like, I saw this like freaking years ago in that like canceled version of Battlefront 3. You know, Star Wars Battlefront 3, where you're like you get in the ship and you go from land to space battle and then back to land, you know? And like we saw that running on it was probably running on a PC, but like it was made to run on PC and PS3, you know? So it was made for the PS3 generation. So if you could do that on PS3, you could probably do that on PS4. And we've seen it now. We're seeing it with Call of Duty, but it wasn't in Star Wars. Oh boy. So, what else? They also said that the way they were like trying to clarify the remaster of Modern Warfare. They said how it's going to work is it's going to be a code you get in a box or whatever, and you just redeem it and download it. So that means there's going to be a lot of codes circling around on eBay for people trying to make some money. Like, oh, hey, spend $40 and get my code, so you don't have to go out and pay $80 to get the other thing. You know?
You never like Final Fantasy, the demo?
Yeah, people selling their demos. Oh boy, it's crazy. But if you are interested in that,
that is crazy to sell the code on eBay. But actually, I don't think you can sell codes on eBay anymore.
Oh, that's weird.
Like any kind of like
digital code,
redeemable codes. I think you can sell like maybe a piece of paper and say like, hey, this is like you redeem it, but you can't like sell codes.
It's weird
per se anymore. There's too many people getting scammed. Yeah.
I guess people still gonna try to sell those Call of Duty codes. No, I think the best way, I think a lot of people are gonna end up buying this probably just buy it through Amazon, because Amazon does that 20% discount. So with that 20% discount, you're basically just taking that extra $20 off, because with the discount you're paying $65 for it anyway.
Oh, with the Amazon?
Yeah, with the Amazon Prime discount.
Gotta get the Amazon Prime discount.
Yeah, I think that's how most people are gonna end up buying this, just so they don't feel like they're paying extra just for the Call of Duty remaster.
Yeah. I agree.
Agreed. But I think that's it.
Yeah, in terms of Call of Duty stuff. So
Call of Duty stuff. News.
Whether or not you like all this Call of Duty stuff is entirely up to you.
No, it's something I feel it had to acknowledge. We had to go over. You know.
Oh yeah,
reminiscing of
especially Call of Duty 4 Remastered. That's a big deal.
Yeah, big one. Did we answer all the questions this week?
Yeah, we sure did.
We sure did. Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Sure did.
Cool. Yeah, because we are at the 1 hour 18-minute mark. So, yeah. So like I said, they had some more random news on here, but it's just one of those things where like a lot of it was just like stuff from like last week that's just not relevant anymore. You know, like most of my news.
One of them?
Huh?
What's one of them?
Like, a lot of it was basically like, oh, the Call of Duty title got leaked. You know, a lot of it was the leak stuff. Like, we could have talked about last week, but we didn't do an episode last week. Now it's all confirmed. And another thing was that last week they said they're gonna announce Battlefield 5 next week or tomorrow. By the time you're hearing this, Battlefield 5 will already have been announced, so we're not going to sit here and speculate on what it is. You know?
No.
So we're going to be talking about that.
We already did that before.
Yeah, we did that already, but we'll talk about Battlefield 5 next week, what it is, how it compares to Infinite Warfare. What else we're going to have for next week? Well, you won't be here next week.
I will not be here next week for that special week, Uncharted.
Special week, so maybe Emmett will be on or somebody. But yeah, we'll go over Battlefield 5 next week, what it is and all that.
And Emmett is like played more. I mean, I played my fair share of Battlefield, but like I think Emmett is no, he's actually just getting into Hardline right now.
Well, still, like we're talking like just setting wise, how it compares to.
Talk about just generally talk about. We'll go in depth like I did about Call of Duty today.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. We'll maybe get some Uncharted 4 impressions. Then, like I said, we are off now for classes. So hopefully we shouldn't have any interruptions as far as like breaks and weeks. You know, hosts might be interchanged here and there, but as far as there's an episode every week, we're going to try to keep that up. So we're going to see. Like I said, all the exciting stuff. A lot of games to catch up on and everything, and all that. And like I said, we answered some questions today. So if you have questions for us, many ways to send us questions and all that. You can message us directly on PlayStation at PSN Boys or PSN Double-Is. There is the community page on PSN. You can search up and join and comment on the wall or whatever. What else we got? We have the Facebook fan page you can go to, click, like, comment, message us on that. You can comment directly on the YouTube video or message on the YouTube channel. You can message us on Twitch because we got a question through that one time.
Yeah, one time. I looked at my message box. I was like, what?
Yeah, we got a Twitch message.
And that question disappeared now. I'm like, where'd it go? Like, did Twitch messages go away if you like read them or something? Is it like Snapchat? I don't know. It's all of a sudden disappeared. Like I was looking at my inbox the other day and it's just gone.
It's gone. It's weird. But yeah, you can message us on that. Twitter, you can message us on that. Twitch, Twitter, all that.
Yeah.
You can message.
Yeah, Twitter is good. Yeah, I have my direct messages open for many reasons, but for PSBS, I'm more than open with good questions, please.
Good questions and all that.
I mean, if you submit any question, I'll determine.
We'll determine.
Again, nothing like release date stuff or anything like that. Something that you can Google search.
Opinion based, you know, like how do you feel about this? You know.
Yeah, I like that. Or like, I mean, stuff like the guns up thing. I mean, yeah, you could like Google it, but like, you know, we'll condense it for you so that you don't have to do that. Yeah. And then like the Call of Duty 4 remastered thing, you know, it's a little difficult because since, you know, that Xbox Live glitch probably was a little confusing. It was like, is Call of Duty 4 remastered going to come out a month early? I don't know.
Probably
it's not going to. So, yeah.
But yeah, stuff like that.
It's going to be crazy to get 2 Call of Duty multiplayer communities at the same day. It's going to be crazy.
I wonder which one's going to get the most traffic.
Infinite Warfare? I mean, as neat as it's going to be to play Call of Duty 4 again on multiplayer, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you have to actually download Modern Warfare, so I guess people are going to be playing Infinite while waiting for Modern Warfare to download. So,
again, like the Final Fantasy comparison, where it's like, oh, Final Fantasy 14. No, what game was it? Final Fantasy Type 0? God, I don't. Zero. Yeah. Was that was the bonus game for people, like because
the demo.
Yeah, they wanted the demo. They're like, Final Fantasy Type 0 is just the bonus game.
Yeah.
It's a bonus.
Yep.
Yeah, and we also have our PSBS Twitter account.
Twitter, yes, go check that out.
I think I'm going to give the keys to you or Emmett on soon. So yeah,
Oh boy, yeah. I have to learn how to use Twitter.
It's honestly not that difficult. I'm going to give it to you for a couple more than reasons than one. So I'm going to have to discuss that off air.
Cool.
But
cool. I got to start providing content. I'll start tweeting out, whatever the verb is.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff.
It's easy.
Screenshots, trophies, maybe.
Yeah.
Working on that Avengers Platinum.
You can do whatever you want. Yeah, and then
whatever you want, man.
Yeah, you can say stuff like that. You can say whatever you want. Just be careful with it.
Be careful with it. I'm just gonna do basic stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything.
You can see my tweets too.
Tweets and stuff, yeah. Yeah, so try to do that. What else was I gonna say? There was something else I was gonna say. I forgot what it was.
Nothing else that I can think of.
Oh, yeah, you can, like I said, we are always on YouTube first, obviously, but first for that, and then we're on iTunes. Go check us out on iTunes. You can subscribe and download. Go
all
check
the other
out,
Day Space.
Yes, that's what I was getting to. Yeah, check out other Day Space podcasts, including Living Room Clutter and Character Crunch. Yeah.
Very important stuff there. Very some Rock Band stuff has been brewing there recently.
Yes, go check out the
Rock Band. So luckily we don't have to cover it. They got that covered.
Yes, go check them out. A lot of Rock Band news this past week. Go check out their
episode. A couple weeks. Talking about and I believe they have another Harmonix interview lined up soon. So when do you know we're getting developers on? Or we're going to get our first developer on the show?
Oh my god, we need to go get David Jaffe on this show. Amazing.
I mean, hell, like one of our Day Space line of podcasts got a developer on. It's pretty big.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like I said, well, maybe now that I'm going to be in charge of the Twitter, I can like tweet this episode to David Jaffe and then like say, "Hey, you want to be on our show? We talk about you a lot."
Sure
it's going to be a very R-rated episode if he gets on, though. He curses a lot.
Oh yeah.
We curse sometimes on here, but we curse for emphasis, not just like consistency. You know.
No. And like. I mean, why does it matter? I mean, most of these games that we talk about are for M-rated. So,
no, it's just that's the thing I heard. Like somebody was like talking about like cursing at podcasts. They said you either just don't do it at all, or you just do it like every word, like every other word is like the F word or something. Like that's the only two ways podcasts
so there could not be any happy middle.
Yeah, no happy middle. Well, I mean, I don't know. We cursed. I said the F word today, but I do it for emphasis, and it was just one. That's a PG-13 if you say it once. You know.
So you kept the PG-13. So if you say the F once and then someone's like, dude, you gotta keep it PG. And then you just be like, no, I kept the PG-13.
Yeah, you can say the F word once and still be PG-13.
I should do that for like any kind of presentation now. I was like, I just say the F word and the teacher's all like, why'd you say the F word? I'm like, but I kept the PG-13.
This is a PG-13 presentation.
It's a PG-13 presentation. So
yeah, Wolverine says it.
He does. He loves that word.
PG-13 movies. He still says it.
Wait. So now that remind me, so is Ratchet & Clank technically like the best movie game, like the best kind of situation where like the game's better than the movie?
I guess.
Similar to like Wolverine.
Yeah, similar to Wolverine. Yeah, the game was better than the movie.
So Ratchet & Clank might be the best movie video game of all time.
Yeah, it's selling really well too.
Good.
So there's that. Still haven't played it yet. It's on my list. It's on my backlog of stuff I'm gonna hopefully get through this summer. And I'll tweet about it now, I guess, since I have that. So my progress getting through my game backlog.
I'm giving you the keys.
But anyway.
Actually, let's not talk about keys. Keys is a sensitive topic for me.
Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, let's see. Yeah, it's we've this.
It's like the wormhole.
Yeah, the wormhole. Oh boy, these wrap ups get longer and longer. So yeah, with that, this has been the PSBS, the PlayStation Position Podcast, episode 59. I'm your host, Coach TPS and Body Voice. My co-host here is
Andrew Arenas, double is. Be safe, everyone. Have a good week, and if you're going through finals, just if you get killed, walk it off.
But yeah,
walk it off.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, anyway, yeah. Good luck with that. Enjoy Uncharted 4 this upcoming week. Go see Captain America: Civil War this weekend. That's what a lot of people are gonna be doing.
Wink, wink,
wink, wink. Yeah, and all that. And but thanks for listening to our long podcast, almost an hour and a half, almost there. But anyway, thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll see you guys next week.
Adios.
Yep.